Hello. In this session, we'll go with hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is a very special bond, and you can expect good quality questions in your entrance examinations. So, what is hydrogen bond? How it is formed? What are the reasons for this, and what are the consequences? Let us discuss about all this in this hydrogen bond session. Okay. So, hydrogen bond means, for example, fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. These are the known elements for their electronegativity. When these atoms are already in attachment with hydrogen, like this, because of the bond polarity, this will be getting partial positive charge, it is getting partial negative charge, positive, negative, positive charge, and negative charge. Now, this hydrogen, which is having partial positive charge, let us say one other fluorine atom is there, which is also having very similar. The weak electrostatic force of attraction between these two, the weak electrostatic force of attraction between a partially positively charged hydrogen and a highly electronegative atom like fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. Okay, now you can show like this. It will be having, this will be having, not only with nitrogen, it may be oxygen, it may be fluorine, anything is okay. The only difference is, the only point that is to be noted is the positive charge should be there, and the partial positive charge is mandatory on the hydrogen atom. That means it will be coming only when this is attached to more electronegative atom like fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. In general, chlorine is not going to form. Very few exceptions are there. I will explain you those exceptions also, but you can simply remember four: fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. So you see, this is hydrogen bond. Okay, now this is hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is generally given by three dots. Okay, now no particular rules generally we give, but in some books it is written like three dots. We show with three dots, but we don't particularly mention or maintain the same. uh, Mandatory conditions are hydrogen must be with the positive charge. Okay, now for example, carbon hydrogen is there, this is not going to form any hydrogen bond, this is not forming any hydrogen bond. That hydrogen must be attached to either fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. Okay, keep it in your mind. Then the weak electrostatic force of attraction, this is called weak electrostatic force of attraction because the charges are partial. The weak electrostatic force of attraction between a partially positive charged hydrogen and a highly electronegative atom like fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen is called as hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bond length is approximately 1.8 angstrom to 2.75 angstrom. Hydrogen bond length. Hydrogen bond energy is 2 to 10 kilocalories per mole. Very long length and very small energy, 2 to 10 kilocalories per mole. You can consider this for the hydrogen bond. It varies. Okay, every time we can't say, that is depending on some other factors also. We'll discuss about those one by one. First point that is to be noted is types. Hydrogen bonding is two types: intramolecular, intermolecular. Intramolecular means within the molecule. You can take here a compound like this, orthofluorophenol. Now you see intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Orthonitrophenol, this is an example of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular means within the molecule, and because of this, the association decreases because they are having attractions inside them only. They are not attracting. They are not attracted towards any other outside atom. So the association will be decreased because of the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. But in case of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, you see, HF example, water example. Or you can take this example also. This is OH. Now you see, here and here. This is one molecule, this is second molecule. So between the molecules, the hydrogen bonds are formed. This is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding decreases the association. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding increases the association. Because of intramolecular hydrogen bonding, the association will be more. That's one very special point. And when we are discussing applications, we will discuss about these again, intramolecular and intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Then some applications we'll see. Because of hydrogen bonding, physical states change. Change in physical states. In general, trend is as molecular mass increases, gases will turn into liquids, liquids will turn into solids. In general trend. Okay, now fluorine is a gas, chlorine is a gas, bromine is a liquid, iodine is a solid. That's a general trend. But here the interesting points are, you can see NH3, PH3, H2O, H2S, HF, HCl. These two are same group, these two are of same group, these two are of same group. Fluorine, chlorine, oxygen, sulfur, hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus. So obviously PH3 molecular mass is more. PH3 is gas, phosphine gas. When PH3 gas, ammonia must be a gas. But interestingly, ammonia is liquid. Water, we know water is liquid. HTS is gas. HCl is gas, but HF is liquid. What is the meaning of this? What's actually happening here? When HTS is gas, the lower molecular mass must be gas. That must be gas. When HCl is gas, HF must be gas. When PH3 is gas, ammonia must be gas. But they are not. Ammonia is liquid, H2O is liquid, and HF is liquid because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. In ammonia, hydrogen bonding is there, water hydrogen bonding is there, and even in HF also. But in PH3 and HTS and HCl, there is no hydrogen bonding. Because of no hydrogen bonding, you can say they are gases. But because of hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding, ammonia, water, and HF type of compounds are going to be in liquid state. So physical states are going to be depending on this particular concept. One other application we'll see, that's about boiling point of hydrates. It's quite interesting. In general, you see, fourth group elements I am taking: methane, silane, germanes, stannanes. As the molecular mass increases, boiling points will increase. So boiling point of tin hydride is more than germanium hydride, is more than silicon hydride, more than methane. Silanes, germanes, and stannanes. This is about 4th A group. You can expect the similar things in the remaining groups. 5th A group: ammonia, phosphine, arsine, stibine. If you look at this, okay, this is again increase in the molecular weight order. So we should expect like this. But interestingly, ammonia is not here. Ammonia is here. Phosphine, arsine, ammonia, and stibine. Why ammonia jumped here from this place to this place? Because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. 6th A group, if you see, H2O, H2S, H2SE, H2TE. H2O is not here. Highest. Okay, now because of hydrogen bonding again. 7th A group, if you see, HF, HCl, HBr, HI. You can't say which position in general if you don't know exact values and all, but you can say definitely there will be a slight change because of the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So because of the hydrogen bonding, the boiling points of compounds definitely change. These are the proofs. This is the regular trend in 4th A group because they are not forming any hydrogen bond. Methane, there is no hydrogen bonding, so this is a regular trend. But in all these cases, the first compound, that is ammonia or here water or here HF, they are having hydrogen bonds. Because of such hydrogen bonds, their boiling points are going to be high. Okay, one very special point is to be noted.